everything that's a bitch.
Right, broadcast is on. Hey everybody, it's Blast338 coming at you live with some Phasmophobia and Tuesday Night Talking D&D with Mr. Faust. Tonight's subject is one of my personal favorites, the Bard. Probably one of the most educated of the group because they get to go to college. So, see, told you it was clever.
That's pretty good.
Alrighty, so say hello to everybody, Mr. Faust.
Hey everybody, good to be back. Love our Tuesday nights together.
I've needed this very much. I was very much sad missing Thursday night, and I am on call tonight. So it's a possibility we could be cut a little bit short. But I'm going to try to make it the full hour and a half. Our cutoff is still like 8:25, 8:30, right?
Yeah, about 8:25.
Okay. So anyways, we are talking about the Bard. And I know it's one of my personal favorites. Little Pooper loves to play the Bard. You've mentioned them quite a bit in our campaigns. And so tonight we are going to be talking about the different colleges, stats, abilities, kind of go over some of our more favorite spells to use with them. Just an all-around glimpse of a very good class. As far as a ranking that I would give them, and you're more than welcome to disagree with me on this, as far as playability, I would say they range into the medium to high level player. This isn't something that somebody just jumping into Dungeons & Dragons really wants to play. A Bard really requires a little bit of strategy and to truly be effective. Now, they are a spectacularly fun class, and if you know anything about D&D, then you know about the Horny Bard. And we'll kind of get into a little bit of why maybe it has that. What's the word I want to use? Exactly. So, starting out with a Bard, obviously one of your biggest stats is charisma. Because charisma is your spell casting. A lot of Bard spells work with charisma, mostly because they have a lot of enchantment spells. They are normally musicians. Now you can play, and I've toyed with this idea myself, playing like an artist. It paints a picture instead of playing a lute. That type of thing.
The same can be said for a poet.
Exactly. That was, yep. Yeah, poet, that type of stuff. I mean, obviously, a musician's the most widely known. With a Bard, dependent upon your subclass, is depending on what you're going to get as far as armor, things of that nature. Because they do get, I believe it's medium armor, isn't it?
Light armor to start.
Light armor. Okay.
Another reason to... Go ahead.
Oh, hey Tiger, how's it going? Siberian Tiger's with us tonight. That's absolutely
nice.
Awesome,
hey,
man. Welcome. Thank you for joining. But yeah, go ahead, Jason, or Mr. Faust.
You know what? I completely lost my train of thought.
I like Bards because they're very versatile. In fact, in some aspects, I would say they're probably even more versatile than a wizard. Mostly because of they have a bonus to every skill check in the game, which is absolutely amazing. You add your proficiency modifier divided by 2 rounded down to every skill check. And then 2 of those skills at what is it, level 3, level 4, you get what's called expertise. So you double
that is level 3.
Yep, you double your proficiency modifier for those 2 particular skills, and then you get 2 more later on down the road, and I want to say that's more like around level 10. But
it is at level 10.
Oh, okay, great. See, I'm just doing that off of memory.
Mm-hmm. Well, you've played a few bards.
I have, and Little Pooper's actually playing one right now, and I think he's having a ton of fun with it.
And in our next campaign with Mr. B, my stepdaughter's going to be playing a bard.
Oh, is she?
She is.
I think she's going to do absolutely awesome.
Yeah, she's really excited for it.
Yeah. No, there's nothing like... Bards are awesome at charming, shutting down a combat,
taking action economy away from the enemy.
Exactly. Well, and they have a lot of really good spells. Their spellcasting ability, like I said, is charisma. So even outside of combat, they are going to be really good with getting people out of trouble. You know what I mean? A high charismatic character played correctly is going to be able to get you better deals on magic items. They're going to be able to talk their way out of a group member saying something stupid to the wrong person.
Happens often.
Especially in our group.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be a very valuable asset when it comes to a lot of different things inside and outside of the game. Trying to think of a massive example that we had. Man, it's been a long, cold day. Like, we had what, about 3 inches of snow, and
I think a little more.
Being outside in that, and then it just took it out of me. It really did.
Yeah, totally get that. So, my take on the bard. The bard might be the most versatile class in D&D, period. Because you can build the bard around anything you want it to be. Given the different colleges of the bard, you could be more melee-oriented, more spellcasting-oriented, more stealth-oriented. You basically fill any role that is lacking in the party and improve upon roles that are already doing their job well.
Very much so. They have Bardic Inspiration, which increases your buffs over time, which is great. And it starts out at a D6 and goes all the way up to a D10, correct?
Yep. D12, actually.
Oh, D12. Wow.
Yes.
Oh, Siberian Tiger's coworkers have gotten into D&D.
Oh, fun. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's great. if you have any questions, feel free to put them in chat, and we will be sure to talk about them. You know, I don't know if what your experience is if you're just starting out or if you're an experienced player, but please, more than welcome to join the chat, man. Yeah, they are very versatile. You have some that are mostly focused on just the spellcasting aspect. You have some that are focused on melee combat and use their spells to help with that combat. You have some that are strictly illusion. You know, they want to... I almost like a Loki character.
That's a good way to put it.
And one of the cool things about a bard is, in my eyes at least, almost any race in D&D can be a bard. You know, there's no real stigma, at least in my opinion, on, oh, you're playing a bard, yada, yada, yada. You know...
Well, at least at our table, honestly, we're good for any race with just about anything at our table.
Yeah. And honestly, like we talked about before as well, they kind of got rid of the whole, well, this class gets a +1 to this and a +2 to that. And, you know, I wanted to play a halfling barbarian, but I don't have the strength score to do it. You know, why would I do that when... I'm so happy they kind of got rid of that.
I'm thrilled that they got rid of it, because now any race can be any class, and it's awesome.
Exactly. It just makes it makes the game better. It really does. So, what do we want to do next? Do we want to talk about the spells, or do we want to talk about
the melee approach?
Well, the different, just an overview of the different colleges. Okay.
We can do that. Which one do you want to start with?
Give me just a minute here, and I have the wiki pulled up here. Let me grab it on my phone. I'm also grabbing the Ouija board from the basement here.
Gotcha. Yeah, I forgot you were still playing.
So with any class in Phasmophobia, you have subclasses. With the wizards, they call them schools. With warlocks, they call them... what do they call them in warlocks?
Oh, they're sorcerer's origins, but I don't know... Because Way of is the monk.
Right. But anyways, you have... you know, you have different fighting schools with the... fighting styles with the fighter. You have different barbarian classes. Anyways, so the bards are called colleges.
Right.
And there's quite a few of them, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 that are published, and looks like there's an additional 3 that are still in Unearthed Arcana. So they're in play test, but they're not actually in any physical book at the moment.
Wow, that's a lot.
So you have Creation, Eloquence, Glamour, Lore, Spirits, Swords, Valor, and Whispers. Those are the ones that are actually published.
Okay.
I've played College of Swords. I thought that was a lot of fun, and it's actually one of the few that allow you to use your bardic inspiration to boost yourself. So normally with your bardic inspiration die, you have to pick a colleague. Like, you can't just boost yourself and be done with it. So
So which one?
Well, I say let's just start at the beginning.
Sounds good to me.
So if we start at the beginning, I'm running away from the ghost right now.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I had to get a hunt. So, Bard of Creation, College of Creation. Bards believe the cosmos is a work of art, the creation of the first dragon and gods. That creative work included harmonies that continue to resound through existence today. A power known as the Song of Creation. The bards of College Creation draw on the primeval song through dance, music, and poetry. Their teachers shared this lesson. Before the sun and the moon, there was song, and music awoke the first dawn. Its melodies are so delightful, the stones and trees, that some of them gained a voice of their own, and now they sing too. Learn the song, studies, and you can teach the mountains to sing and dance. Dwarves and gnomes often encourage the bard to become students of the Song of Creation, and among Dragonborn, the Song of Creation is revered for legends portray Baumont, the King of Dragons. Bahamut, okay. And Tiamat, the greatest of dragons, is the two song's first singers. So, I love the description for these classes and stuff. Wizard of the Coast, awesome. I think, does an amazing job. Whoever writes for them. Oh. Siberian Tiger's playing a half-gnome rogue. I love it.
Half-gnome rogue. That's awesome.
I love gnomes. I really do. And we are going to be going over the rogue at one point. So we're just kind of going down through the list of different classes. And
just discussing them a little bit, see what we can help with, what we know about the class, things like that.
Alrighty, so at the Mode of Potential, when you join the College of Creation at 3rd level, whether you gain a creature, a bardic... Oh, we unlocked more sanity medication. You can utter... When you give a creature a bardic inspiration die, you can utter a note from the Song of Creation to create a tiny mote of potential, which orbits within 5 feet of that creature. The mote is intangible and invulnerable, and it lasts until the bardic inspiration die is lost. The mote looks like a musical note, a star, a flower, or another symbol of art or life that you choose. And I love that. You know, you can... And honestly, even if it didn't say that, there's no harm in modifying what that mote of light looks like.
Oh, no, not at all. It's just a visual effect. I let my players change visual effects all the time if they want to with spells.
And it just makes sense, you know, and we talked about it before. You know, Pyrocaster is one of the big things in Dungeons & Dragons. There's a lot of different fire spells that a lot of different classes are able to take.
Mm-hmm. There are.
There's not so many ice spells. So if I don't want to be a Pyrocaster and I want to do, you know, oh, what's the word? Just not. What's the opposite of pyro? When you put somebody in a cryocaster. There we go. I guess that would be kind of correct, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Nothing wrong with doing, instead of a fireball, it's now an ice ball.
Right. And I see no harm in that. The effect is the same, it's just the element that changed. And there aren't many ice spells to begin with, so being able to swap back and forth just makes sense to me.
So when you, with this College of Creation, and this is actually the first time I'm even looking at this, because I really didn't even consider it the first time I was going through playing a bard. So when you use this Bardic Inspiration die, the moat provides an additional effect based on whether the die benefits an ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. So if you're using it for an ability check, the creature rolls the Bardic Inspiration die, add it to an ability check, the creature can roll the Bardic Inspiration die again and choose which roll to use. So you're rolling with advantage on that ability check, which is kind of cool.
That is really cool.
If this is an attack roll, immediately after the creature rolls the Bardic Inspiration die, add it to an attack roll against a target. The moat thunderously shatters. The target and each creature of your choice that you can see within 5 feet must succeed on a Constitution saving throw against your spell DC or take thunder damage equal to the number rolled on the Bardic Inspiration die. That is powerful.
That is incredibly powerful. Because given the level and what your inspiration die is, that can be a good bit of damage.
If it's used towards a saving throw, immediately after the creature rolls the Bardic Inspiration die and adds it to the saving throw, the moat vanishes with the sound of soft music, causing the creature to gain temporary hit points equal to the number rolled on the Bardic Inspiration die, plus your Charisma modifier. Minimum
That's
of
powerful.
1. That is awesome. You know, you get hit with a low-level spell that requires a dexterity saving throw or a constitution save, and you take damage from that spell, and now all of a sudden you've negated the full damage or half damage. That is awesome. That can really be helpful.
That can be exceptionally helpful. How often per day can bards use Bardic Inspiration?
They can use their Bardic Inspiration up to, I believe it's their Charisma. I want to say it's their Charisma score. Their modifier.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, I could be wrong on that. If you want to double check me, you're more than welcome to.
I can double check it. I just wasn't sure.
Yeah, something tells me it is... It is the... It's tied to their wisdom modifier, I believe.
Okay.
But like I said, I could be wrong on that.
No, I just found it. Yeah, it's your charisma modifier.
So you start the game out with an 18 in charisma. You know, say you're doing point buy or something. That's 4 times, and that's a long rest, right? That's not a short rest regain, is it?
Long rest.
Yeah. So 4 times a day, you can give your friends a boost to a saving throw, an attack roll. All that kind of fun stuff. And do additional healing or do additional harm, things of that nature. So that's pretty cool, actually. That was very handy.
All three of them are exceptionally handy.
And the cool thing is you get those when you sign up for that college at level 3. And you're not choosing... it's not like you have to choose which one. It's when they use the saving throw. Are you here? Are you friendly? How old are you? Where are you? Are you here? Are you friendly? How old are you? Where are you? Are you here? Are you friendly? How old are you? Where are you? So that's an amazing ability. Let's continue on here real quick. Let me head out to the truck. I need to grab some more stuff. Alright, so now that we're in the truck, we're safe. So, Performance of Creation, also at 3rd level. As an action, you can channel the magic of the Song of Creation to create one non-magical item of your choice in an unoccupied space within 10 feet of you. The item must appear on a surface or in a liquid that can support it. The gold value of the item can't be more than 20 times your bard level, and the item must be medium or smaller. The item glimmers softly, and a creature can faintly hear music when touching it. The created item disappears after a number of hours equal to your proficiency bonus. For example of items you can create, look in the player's handbook for items. Once you create an item with this feature, you can't do so until you finish a long rest, unless you expend a spell slot of 2nd level or higher to use this feature again. You have only one item created by this feature at a time. If you use this action and already have an item from this feature, the first one immediately vanishes. The size of the item you can create with this feature increases by 1 size category when you reach 6th level, large, and 14th level, huge. That is really cool.
It's really cool, but I also think it's very circumstantial.
Well, I can see a couple of things where that would be very beneficial. You're locked in a
cell in a dungeon.
Yep, and you need a key. You can create a key. And I think that's one more... You're going to hate me for saying this, but that's one more reason why Kenku, I think, make the best bards.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to agree with you, but I kind of have to agree with you. They do make the best bards.
You know, I think they just make the best bards. You have, especially creation. I mean, being able to make something like that, that is absolutely awesome. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
No, what I was going to say was, if you look just a little bit ahead to the 6th level ability, it makes the 3rd level ability make sense.
Okay. And what's that?
By 6th level, as an action, you can animate one large or smaller non-magical item within 30 feet of you that isn't being worn or carried. The animate item uses the dancing item stat block, which uses your proficiency bonus. The item is friendly to you and your companions and obeys your commands. It lives for 1 hour, or until it is reduced to 0 hit points, or until you die.
Oh, that's
In combat,
cool.
it's very cool. You can animate it.
Get a little tiny servant.
Mm-hmm. That does 1d10 of damage.
Holy smokes, a D10.
A d10.
Now, do you have to arm it, or does it have natural weapons?
It has natural weapons. It smashes things with whatever it's made out of.
Wow. Now, you can only have one of these at a time?
Yes.
That's still, like, really awesome. I love little things like that. Like having a tiny little servant or something just to do mundane things that you normally wouldn't do. Even in combat, you have somebody who's down and you give them, here, hold on to this potion, somebody falls, feed it to them.
Mm-hmm.
That is absolutely huge.
Yeah, I'm really digging on this ability.
That is actually neat. I might need to play one of those eventually. The creation bard is pretty cool.
Really is. And it's not one that I've ever actually taken a look at until tonight.
Like I said, I kind of passed over it because I don't know why. I guess I didn't read it. That was my fault for not reading it. That's a shame. Okay, so we have our 6th level ability, which is creating our little friend. Hey, Typort, how's it going? Industry-based basketball? I like the class feature where if you use the Bardic Inspiration and it still fails, you get to keep the inspiration. That is very good.
It's great.
Let's see here. Yep, you guessed it, baseball. It's a yokai. Mechanically speaking, maybe, but the best characters depend on who is behind the wheel. That is very true. That is very true. You know, you can have a conservative bard. He expresses an emo bard. He expresses his magic with depressing poetry. So, all right. So our 14th level ability here, creative crescendo. Oh God, I can't say this. Crescendo. At 14th level, when you use your Performance of Creation feature, you can create more than one item at once. The number of items equal your Charisma modifier, minimum of 2 items. If you create an item that would exceed that number, you choose which of the previously created items disappears. Only one of these items can be of the maximum size you can create. The rest must be small or tiny. You are no longer limited to gold value when creating these items with Performance Creation. The other thing you can do with that is create weapons.
Because I thought at that level you can create plate mail.
That would definitely be handy. I'm thinking you can pair... You can pair the Creation Bard with a Forge Cleric. So the Bard can create a sword, and the Forge Cleric can make it magical.
Oh.
So now you have a magic item at the lower levels. If that makes any sense.
Oh, that makes perfect sense. I didn't even consider that.
But we'll get into clerics and stuff like that. Because it's bard, barbarians, and then clerics.
I'm really excited for the cleric portion. Not gonna lie, one of my favorite classes.
Very much me too. They are extremely versatile. Very versatile. Excellent utility. You can fight with them. You can heal. You can do all kinds of stuff with the cleric. They're very utility. But all right, so we have that pretty much done.
Oh my god.
What's that?
Oh, just the last part of that creative crescendo.
Mm-hmm.
You are no longer limited by GP value when creating items.
Right.
You could literally create a huge size block of platinum.
Well, the problem is it disappears if you ever use the ability again.
Right. But by then you've already purchased your goods.
Well, you know what? It never really says. I mean, it doesn't really say one item, right? Oh, I guess it does say. So it's not like you can create a whole bag of coins.
No, you can create a huge size item and then smaller tiny size items simultaneously.
Little Pooper just scared the absolute hell out of me.
Did he?
Yeah. Came sneaking up, sitting on the couch next to me. He's completely out of the blue. Just got this big thing of cotton candy. We got a cotton candy maker for Christmas.
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
Oh, sorry.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. We've used it like every night.
Probably would too. So what college should we do next?
Whichever one you want to.
Let's do College of Spirits.
All right. That's not one I'm familiar with, but...
That's not one I'm familiar with either, so it's kind of going to be exciting to see what it's like.
So yeah, go ahead and start us off.
All right. Bards of the College of Spirits seek tales with inherent power, be they legends, histories, or fictions, and bring their subjects to life. Using occult trappings, these bards conjure spiritual embodiments of powerful forces to change the world once more. Such spirits are capricious, though, and what a bard summons isn't always entirely under their control.
Oh.
This is from Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft.
Oh, okay. That's a good book.
That is a great book. I still have your copy.
Oh, that's where it went. I knew you had it, but I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure exactly what book that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. All right, so what are we... What's its... What are we looking at here? What does it do? How do we play this thing?
First, at 3rd level, you can reach out to spirits to guide you and others. You learn the guidance cantrip, which doesn't count against the number of bard cantrips you know. For you, it has a range of 60 feet when you cast it.
Okay.
Not
Guidance?
too bad. Guidance is a decent spell that takes up a whole action.
But a free cantrip is always a good thing.
Very true. And instead of having a range of touch, it's a range of 60 feet.
Yes.
So you can cast it on whoever you have to in the moment.
Right. Yeah, I know bards get some great spells. Let's see here. Just checking out chat here. I didn't use the spirit. I did try it, but we didn't get evidence, but it closed the door, so it's definitely a Yuri. Typort says, or you can roleplay a high charisma character that is not good with words or beautiful, but has a quirk or something that makes people be nice to them, like they have a stutter or a missing limb. That's not a bad idea. Oh, College of Spirit roleplay as a ghost hunter. That sounds like a lot of fun.
It really does.
All right.
Wow, roleplaying as a ghost hunter, that would be really cool.
All right, so College of Spirits. All right, so tell us about this bard. What is it? What does it do? Why do we want to play this?
The next up, we have Spiritual Focus. At 3rd level, you employ tools that aid you in channeling spirits, be they historical figures or fictional archetypes. You can use the following objects as a spellcasting focus for your bard spells: a candle, crystal ball, skull, spirit board, or Taroka deck. Starting at 6th level, when you cast a bard spell that deals damage or restores hit points through the spiritual focus, roll a d6, and you gain a bonus to 1 damage or healing roll of the spell equal to the number rolled.
That's cool.
That is pretty cool.
I love
I like the d6.
I love the flavor of using a candle.
Skull, let's say.
Yeah, well, I love using a candle or like tarot cards or something like that as a spellcasting focus.
Candle would be pretty cool.
That
I just like
think,
the imagery of it.
Right. Yeah, that's yeah, that's definitely I can totally see the ghost hunter.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
Yeah, so can I.
It's Typeport says I'm the idea guy. Happy to be your muse.
Wow, that's funny. Should we continue?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so Tales from Beyond. This is another third level ability.
Wow.
At third level, you reach out to spirits who tell their tales through you. While you're holding your spiritual focus, you can use a bonus action to expend one use of your Bardic Inspiration and roll on the Spirit Tales table using your Bardic Inspiration die to determine the tale the spirits direct you to tell.
Whoever was here must have summoned the
You retain the tale in mind until you bestow the tale's effect, or you finish a short or long rest.
I'm sorry. Repeat that again.
Yeah, because it was like a tongue twister. Longest sentence ever. You can use a bonus action to expend one use of your Bardic Inspiration and roll on something called the Spirit Tales table, using your
Okay.
Bardic Inspiration die to determine the tale the spirits direct you to tell.
Huh.
So you can use an action to choose one creature you can see within 30 feet of you to be the target of the tale's effect.
Interesting. All right, what are the effects that this tale has? Or how many options are there?
It looks like there are 12 tales.
Oh, okay. Now
So
you're rolling
there
your
could
bardic
be-
you're rolling your bardic inspiration dice to do this, you said, right?
Yes.
So you're not actually going to get all 12 until much later. Because that's much higher level that you actually get a 12 for your bardic inspiration die.
Oh, that's how they broke it down. Okay.
But still, I mean,
Okay,
that's
so
a
it would be the first three.
pretty neat ability.
Mm-hmm. For instance, Tale of the Clever Animal. For the next 10 minutes, whenever the target makes an intelligence, wisdom, or charisma check, the target can roll an extra die immediately after rolling the d20 and add the extra die's number to the check. The extra die is the same type as your Bardic Inspiration die.
Okay.
The second one, Tale of the Renowned Duelist. You make a melee spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes force damage equal to 2 rolls of your Bardic Inspiration die plus your Charisma modifier.
So the target takes an extra... what is that?
2 rolls of your Bardic Inspiration dice.
Wow. For one
Plus your
expenditure.
Charisma modifier. Yep.
That's pretty crazy.
And at third level, that's deadly.
Huh. Yeah, because you got a D6. I mean, you roll 2 6s. That's 12 points of damage.
Plus your Charisma modifier.
Wow. So 4, 6. That's... yeah, that's extra 10 points.
Mm-hmm. So the third one is called the Tale of the Beloved Friends. The target and another creature of its choice it can see within 5 feet of it gain temporary hit points equal to a roll of your Bardic Inspiration die plus your Charisma modifier.
Huh.
So it's a little bit of a heal.
Yeah. It's not bad. Anytime you get heals in D&D is always a good thing.
Absolutely. Alright, let's see here. Spirit Session. At 6th level, spirits provide you with supernatural insights. You can conduct an hour-long ritual channeling spirits using your spiritual focus. You can conduct the ritual with a number of willing creatures equal to your proficiency bonus, including yourself. At the end of the ritual, you temporarily learn one spell of your choice from any class.
So you gain an extra spell as a ritual from your class.
From any class.
Oh, from any class.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's one thing bards do a lot, is they steal from other classes.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, there's a caveat though.
Okay.
The spell you choose must be of a level equal to the number of creatures that conducted the ritual. So to cast a 9th level spell, you would need 9 participants.
Oh, wow.
So, I don't know about this ability.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I could see it being more useful at low levels.
Mm-hmm.
Because you'd only need your party members with you.
Right.
And what's an extra hour in the morning, really?
Right.
So being able to cast an extra 1st, 2nd, or 3rd level spell is beneficial, but when you get to the higher level spells, you need like a squad.
Oh, it's also limited to divination and necromancy schools. At least that's what Teapot's saying.
I missed that part.
I don't know. I guess he kind of saw that. Well, let's see.
Yeah, this is a tough one.
Let me pull this up here real quick. Creatures. Yeah, it doesn't. Oh, there it is. It must be in the school of divination or necromancy.
Oh, that's even worse.
Well, I don't know. There's some pretty powerful necromancy spells.
Yeah, but you need higher level slots to cast them, don't you?
Well, even still, I mean, you have. Let's see here. I mean, there's.
What level is Animate Dead? Is that 3rd level?
I'm looking that up right now. Necromancy spells 5e. School of Necromancy. First level is Cause Fear, False Life, Inflict Wounds. Ray of Sickness is always a good one. Second level's Blindness, Deafness, Gentle Repose, Rave, Enfeeblement, Wither and Bloom. Animate Dead is third level. Bestow Curse. Feign Death, Life Transference, Revivify, Speak with Dead, Spirit Shroud, Summon Undead, Vampiric Touch are all third level. Blight, Shadow of Moy, Spirit of Deaths, and that's all fourth. Fifth level, you have Contagion, Dance Macabre. I love that spell. Emanation, Negative Energy Flood, Raise Dead are all fifth level. Sixth level, Circle of Death, Create Undead, Eye Bite, Harm, Magic Jar, and Soul Cage. And then you start getting into some of the seventh level, Finger of Death, Resurrection, Tether Essence. Eighth level, Horrid Writing, Clone. And ninth level, Astral Projection, Time Ravage, and Time Resurrection, or True Resurrection are all necromancy spells. So there are some really good spells to kind of pick from.
Really are. I had no idea.
Necromancy is a very strong school. That's why I love necromancer wizards.
Well, they can bring up allies too, which I think is pretty cool.
Hey, anything for a meat shield, you know what I mean?
Pretty much, yeah. Strength in numbers. Are you still looking up necromancy spells?
No, I'm in the middle of trying to figure out what this ghost is.
Oh, okay.
So that was all of the necromancy spells.
Of which there are many I didn't know were necromancy spells.
I haven't actually used Magic Jar myself. I'm not familiar with it. That's like one where, I honestly don't know what that spell is. I'll have to look that up. Alrighty.
I was looking up the magic jar spell.
Yeah. Yeah, what is that?
Your body falls into a catatonic state as your soul leaves it and enters the container you use for the spell's material component. So your soul enters a container.
Okay.
While your soul inhabits the container, you are aware of your surroundings as if you were in the container's space. You can't move or use reactions. The only action you can take is to project your soul up to 100 feet out of the container, either returning to your living body or attempting to possess another humanoid's body.
Oh.
You can attempt to possess any humanoid within 100 feet of you that you can see. Creatures warded by protection from good and evil or magic circle spells can't be possessed. The target must make a charisma saving throw. On a failure, your soul moves into the target's body, and the target's soul becomes trapped in the container.
Interesting.
Once you possess a creature's body, you control it. Your game statistics are replaced by the statistics of the creature, so you retain your alignment, your intelligence, wisdom, and charisma scores. You retain the benefit of your own class feature. If the target has any class levels, you can't use any of its class features.
That is cool. That could be troublesome. That could be really troublesome.
DM's perspective, I'm using this.
Oh no. Typort, what did you do?
I already have so many ideas.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't.
It's a cool spell. I really like that.
Yeah. He says, ha ha ha, you're welcome. Oh no. I just died. But we got the ghost right.
Welcome back.
That's
There's
what
some
matters.
jobs ready for you.
So yeah, being able to possess another person's body is absolutely awesome. And that can, even from a player's perspective, like, you're fighting the big bad, and you try to take over the big bad. Now, what is the save on that? Is that a Constitution save? How does that work? So hi,
Yep,
hey.
it's a charisma saving throw.
Oh, it's a charisma saving throw.
It can only be used by a wizard.
Oh, so it's only by a wizard. But
It's a wizard-specific spell. However,
can you steal it with the bard?
you can.
Wow, we got 5 people watching right now. That is absolutely amazing. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching. All right. So yeah, them being able to steal a spell from pretty much anybody is great. And the bard can, what is that, a 10th level ability, I think it is? Can automatically steal spells from other classes anyways. So is there anything else with the College of Spirits?
Just one more thing called Mystical Connection.
All right.
At 14th level.
Go ahead and talk about that. I'm going to take a small break. I need to use the restroom. So I'll be right back.
Sounds good. So at 14th level, you have the ability to nudge the spirits of Tales from Beyond towards certain tales. Whenever you roll on the Spirit Tales table, which we went briefly over earlier, you can roll the die twice and choose which of the 2 effects to bestow. If you roll the same number on both dice, you can ignore the number and choose any effect on the table. So overall, I wasn't too incredibly impressed with this class. I think it has a lot of flavor. I think it has a lot of roleplay opportunity. But mechanically, I mean, if you really understand the mechanics of D&D, you could do a lot with this. But I don't think I'd recommend it for a new player. just because it's a little cumbersome. And I guess we'll wait for Blast doing whatever he's doing right now. Could be one of the kids, could be his wife. Now, Blast and I have been playing D&D together for about 8 years now. We actually work together at a couple places. But yeah, we have a pretty great group going. There's 6 of us, excluding myself. We're actually in the middle of doing Ravenloft right now. Although with the way the story is progressing, they might wrap it up this Friday. I'm actually thinking about doing a live TikTok stream of our D&D games. Just got to get some of the hardware. But yeah, I think that would be fun too.
Yeah, the hardware's the expensive part.
Exactly.
So hi, if I'm saying that correctly, says hi from India.
Oh wow, welcome.
That is what time is it right now in India? I know we have a couple people from Paris that watch. I know we have a few people from Russia. And then, you know, obviously main group is from here in the States. But yeah, no, that I kind of agree. I love the flavor of that bard. And that's going to be, I think, very campaign specific. You know, I can see something like that working out really well in Ravenloft.
Yes, because it's not a high power campaign.
Right.
It's much more roleplay oriented.
Alrighty. Well, let's see here. We have about 20 minutes left. So, is there another one that you wanted to talk about that you had your kind of eye on and wanted to go over?
I'm debating between 2 right now.
Well, I know probably one of those is College of Swords.
One of them is College of Swords.
So that is... I love College of Swords. That is your melee fighter. You want to get in, do a lot of damage, and get out. That's your man. And then packed on with the bard spells on top of that, that is a very formidable character.
Do they have access to heavy armor, or is that medium armor?
They have access to medium armor and a centaur and a scimitar.
Okay, that's what they gain proficiency with.
Yeah, bonus proficiencies when you join the College of Swords at 3rd level. You gain proficiency with medium armor and the scimitar. You're proficient with simple or martial melee weapons. You can use it as a spellcasting focus for your bard spells. That is...
Okay.
That's really nice because now you don't need to worry about taking a feat like Warcaster, because your sword counts as your spellcasting focus, so you don't have to worry about having an open hand to cast spells. You can use your shield, you can use your sword, and there's no penalty for doing so.
Wow. And they gain an extra attack, correct?
Yes, at I think it's 5th level like everybody else, they gain an additional melee attack. So you have your option of either doing 2 melee attacks or casting a spell.
See, I really like this college because of the Blade Flourish feature.
Yes, the defensive flourish, the pushing flourish, and there's another one.
Mobile Flourish,
Yes,
I think.
mobile flourish are awesome, and if used properly, again, there's a lot of utility there. I love bards. Bards are have so much utility if you use them correctly.
Do literally anything in this game fairly well.
I mean, they are just absolute nightmares when it comes to skills. They know everything, do everything. Let's see here. Typeport says medium armor and a centaur would be epic, and I have to agree with that. And I'm a lenient DM, so if people put time into their plausible backstory, I will usually reward them with a free feat or neat, unique item that ties into it. And Siberian Tiger says, so what's a good bard setup for new players? I think College of Swords is actually one of the few for new players that I think a new player can be able to handle.
I was thinking more College of Valor.
Okay.
Because at 6th level, you still get the extra attack. And at, I believe, 9th level, when you cast a spell as an action, you can make a weapon attack.
Oh. Well, that's pretty much unheard of.
Kind of like the Blade Singer, but you can take an action to cast a spell and then immediately make a weapon attack.
Well, that's interesting.
They also gain proficiency with medium armor, shields, and martial weapons.
Okay.
So similar to the College of Swords, but with very distinct differences.
Yeah, that is definitely similar. All right, so we got all right, so what, well, all right, so College Swords, you can use your Bardic Inspiration die for additional damage, which is really good. You have the Blade Flourishes, which gain you either additional AC. We'll kind of go over it real quick. That way we can make it to Valor as well. So you gain a fighting style, either dueling, kind of like the fighter. When you're wielding a melee weapon in one hand and no other weapon... Oh no, this is actually something different. Dueling. When you're wielding a melee weapon in one hand and no other weapons, you gain a +2 to bonus damage to rolls with that weapon. So +2 damage. That's pretty cool. 2-weapon fighting. When you engage in 2-weapon fighting, you can add your ability modifier to the damage of the second blade or the second attack. The flourishes. What's that?
You know what's cool about dueling? It says that you can't use a weapon in your offhand. You can still use a shield with that ability.
Yes. Yes. That's actually what I used for my bard when I played. Was
okay.
Dueling for the +2 damage. So defensive flourish, you expend one of your bardic inspiration to cause the weapon to deal extra damage to the target you hit. The damage equals the number you roll in the bardic inspiration die. You also add that number to your AC on your next turn.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's very easy. Well, I mean, you saw my AC got up into 30s at one point.
It was absurd and impossible to hit you.
Slashing flourish, you can expend one use of your bardic inspiration to cause the weapon to deal extra damage, and you can hit any other creature of your choice that you can see within 5 feet of you, and the damage equals the number you rolled on the bardic inspiration die. So if you fight a lot of little minions, that's a good one there. So you're hitting the first target, and you're kind of going through and hitting that second target and dealing that extra damage to the first and the second target. And then mobile flourish, and this is really good to get out of a situation. You can expend one use of your bardic inspiration to cause the weapon to deal extra damage to your target. The damage equals the number you rolled in your bardic inspiration die, obviously. You also push the target up to 5 feet away from you, plus a number of feet equal to the number you rolled on that bardic inspiration die.
Oh my god.
You can then immediately use your reaction to move up to your walking speed to an unoccupied space within 5 feet of the target. So if you want to hit something, then run away. There you go. So even on a D6, you walk up, you push him 5 feet, and even if you roll a 1 on your bardic inspiration, you push them away 6 feet. You are now outside. You are now outside of that threat range. We gotta have a wraith. That is such wraith behavior. Which is, you know, that is absolutely spectacular. That can happen. I mean, it is massively strong. Like I said, if you want to hit and get out, hit and get out, hit and get out, there you go. Now, the whole walking up to the target, I don't know if I fully understand that. Like, what benefit does that really give you? Maybe I'm just...
Because I see this as more of an escape maneuver. You push the target minimum 5 feet away from you so you don't suffer the effects of an attack of opportunity.
Right. So I push the target away, 6 feet. I mean, up to 11 feet.
Mm-hmm.
That is a possibility. So I push that target 11 feet away. And now, yeah, I can turn tail and book it. Or I just push that target into the range of my heavy hitter. Like they've been avoiding my fighter this whole battle. They've been running back and forth. Now you don't have any choice. You're gonna fight him. Because if you run away from him, guess what? He's gonna whack you with his attack of opportunity, and hopefully he has Sentinel, so you stop dead in your tracks.
Or you could use it to push someone off a bridge.
You're never going to let that go.
No, sir, I'm not.
One thing we continually do to Mr. Faust, and is every time he puts us into a combat on a bridge, we end up somehow pushing the creature that we're supposed to fight off of the bridge. There are
Every time.
There are a ton of things in D&D that force movement. Would that work?
Yep.
Would that work with Booming Blade? Would what work with Booming Blade? The flourishes? I don't see why they wouldn't. I honestly don't see why they wouldn't work. Is there any reason you can think of why the flourishes wouldn't work with Booming Blade?
I'm gonna read the description for Booming Blade. Okay. The target has to use its own movement to trigger Booming Blade. Pushing effects do not trigger the cantrip.
Okay, so, I mean, that's fine. But you can still use it on the target. And if they try to come after you, then they'll take the effects.
You're
But
right,
yeah.
that's the workaround.
Yeah, D&D, if you force a creature's movement, unless it specifically states in the spell description or the ability that it forces attack of opportunity, it generally is not going to allow for an attack of opportunity or a spell effect. That way, you can't really bully things too much.
Right.
Because there's, like I said, there's so many different ways to force movement in Dungeons and Dragons in 5e. There just really is. There's the telepathic feat, which allows you to push a creature up to, is it 5 or 10 feet?
10 feet.
All right, so yeah, the telepathic, you push a creature 10 feet. We've used that to push things off of bridges. We used Bigsby Hand last night, or on Friday night.
Yeah, you did.
That's a great spell. I love it.
Eldritch Blast.
Yes,
With
yeah. If you
Repelling
have
Blast.
Repelling Blast, you know what? Even technically speaking, if you went with what's that pulling one?
Oh, I know what you're talking about, but I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, if you did that with the pulling one, then you could pull a creature like off a gorge. That's kind of crazy.
With
yeah,
a cantrip.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, warlocks are stuck to 2 spell slots. Until you get into higher stuff, and then it's an unfortunate thing.
Yeah, they needed something.
Yeah, they definitely needed that. And I mean, Eldritch Blast is a hell of a spell to begin with.
Oh, I know.
You know. You can force movement through a cloud of daggers. Yes, you're pushing a target.
You can do that.
But you're pushing the target through the effect. You're not causing the effect on the creature, if that makes sense.
Unless, here's a fun trick. If you take the Sentinel feat, the Polar Master feat, and the Crusher feat, which knocks targets back 5 feet when you hit them, you can lock them into a perpetual cycle of Cloud of Daggers.
Oh.
And you take damage when you start in a space and end in a space. So it's even more D4s.
That's a great way to lay down some ouchies.
Oh, yeah. Oh, but on that note, I think I should get going.
Alrighty. Well, let me head out to the truck here. Or at least get on the front porch. Alright, well, hey, thanks so much for joining us, Mr. Faust. I know I had a lot of fun talking about all the different colleges of bards. You know, please check them out on your own if you're interested. The bard is a very good class to play. But again, it does take a little bit of an not an advanced player, but after you're done playing your fighter and you're familiar with the basics of combat turns and things of that nature, it's a great class to take a look at and dip your toes into.
Absolutely, it is.
So, all right. Well, hey, thanks again. We'll see you next Tuesday. And
sounds great.
I believe we're going to be heading into the Barbarians.
Oh, that'll be a fun one.
Very much so. In fact, Little Pooper is asked to sit in on that one with us, because if anybody knows Barbarians, it's Little Pooper.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, if you want to say your goodbyes.
Sure. As always, it's been awesome. I love hanging out with you guys and hanging out with Blast and talking D&D. Whenever you guys want to chime in, please do so. We love questions. But, yep, I'm out for the night. Everyone have a great evening, morning, day, wherever you're at. See ya.
Ooh, boy, he hunted right on top of us there, didn't he? Oh, that's a wraith if I've ever seen one. Oh. They are extremely versatile. I love bards, mostly because, yeah, they can do everything, and they get 4 expertise. You get half your proficiency modifier to your to any check based on, yeah. So it is, they are absolutely awesome. just trying to get below 0 there. Or below 25. Oh, they redid this. Let's go see if we have... Oh, we have this hiding spot. Okay. They did redo this map a little bit. They actually moved this chair like right in front of that window. Oh, he's looking for us. He's heading back downstairs. Come on, Mr. Wraith. I don't think he's going to make it over here in time. Yeah, I'm just playing in professional difficulty just because of chatting with him, and I'm distracted enough, so... But yeah, we definitely have a Wraith. It didn't step in the salt at all. Oh yeah, and they moved the crib. Well, it depends. If the crib hiding spot's open, then it's not against the wall. So they did change that. Alright, if this isn't a Wraith, I'm going to be very mad. That was definitely some Wraith behavior. There we go. Look at that.
I've prepared some jobs for you.
Alrighty. That's not bad. So you guys have you been liking the no evidence runs I've been doing? I know I only put out, what, 2, maybe 3 videos. I have another one coming out tomorrow morning that I did. I actually did that one yesterday. And then obviously the live stream is going to be up tomorrow. So I've been loving the no evidence runs. I think they're a lot of fun. I don't really want to get into them too much tonight. Mostly because I am on call, so I might need to cut this short at pretty much any moment. But we can continue on. We could do another one. Let's do Willow Street, and I think we'll call it a night. Well, thank you. I definitely have some videos that are better than others. I will agree to that. But yeah, I mean, it's been fun. I enjoy doing YouTube. Unfortunately, I had to cut back the videos from 2 videos a day to 1 with work schedule and just wanting to spend time with family and get stuff done around the house. I just couldn't really do 2 videos any longer. You know, getting home at like 7 o'clock at night, you know, taking a shower, eating, and then doing the 2 videos, doing a little bit of editing that I do, mostly adding the music, that type of stuff, and then uploading to YouTube. It just takes forever. And right now my internet absolutely sucks for upload. So let's see here. Capture a photo of the ghost, repel with incense, and parabolic. Like, one video is just so much better for my personal sanity. Oh, we have music box. Awesome. Always a good cursed object. And we have the raker here. And it sounded like we threw something. Where? Where are you throwing things? Oh, right here. Okay, are we here? Oh, hello. Are we a poltergeist? Where are you? Are you a kitchen ghost? No? Are you a hallway ghost? It seems that way. Okay. Alrighty. Well, we had let's turn the light out in case it's a mare. But that was a heck of a throw. But no, I love the live streams. Like that, I really do want to live stream a lot more. I just love the interaction with you guys, you know, with chat. And, yeah, just, I don't feel, I don't know, I guess it's less pressure. Oh, we got ghost orbs. Possible mimic. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to do... Like, I don't want to copy other creators. You know what I mean? Oh, look at that. We got dots. Banshee, Yuri, Yokai... Ooh, could be a Thay. It's really active. Let's see here. A Thay is going to be ghost writing. So let's go see if it wrote in the book. So ultraviolet would be Banshee, ghost writing Thay, freezing Yuri, spirit box Yokai. So we're kind of looking for everything right now, huh? Parabolic. I don't know. I like... less entertainment value. Are you here? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you here? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you here? Are you friendly? How old are you? Where are you? Are you here? Are you friendly? How old are you? Where are you? Are you here? Are you friendly? So I don't think it's Spirit Box. We can rule that out. What about freezing? Nope, not freezing. We are cold. Oh. I was kind of hoping. I'm like, because I want to make videos and stuff that you guys enjoy, you know? I really do. Like, it's not my goal to make pieces of junk, you know? It's not worth my time. It's not worth your guys' time if I'm not making videos that you don't like. No, I think I know what you mean. I definitely enjoy the chat, and you guys help out on ghost hunts. You know what I mean? You really do. Yeah, let's check for ultraviolet. Yeah. No, I love talking to you guys. Really do. It is a ton of fun. And you definitely get a level out of this that you don't get with videos. Okay. I think we can roll out ultraviolet. Yeah, I agree. It's just difficult for him to... We're still trying to work out the details and how he can do that. If that makes any sense. So we're still trying to work a lot of the bugs out. It was something, you know, he wanted to make a vlog about D&D, and I was like, you know what, I'm looking for something different to do on my channel, so why don't we combine two of the things that we, you know, two of the things that we love, and do, you know, a D&D live stream. I'll play Phasmo or another ghost hunting game, and, you know, we'll just talk D&D the whole time. And that's kind of how we got started with that. What I want to do is I want to change my monitor setup so it's a little bit easier for me to see chat. Because, like, right now, it's, like, way off on the right-hand side outside of my peripheral. So I have to physically turn my head to kind of look at it. And when I'm getting really intense hunts and the ghost is being really active, it is difficult for me to see chat. But I'm hoping... that pretty soon here that, dang it, I'll get another monitor mount and can put my chat monitor above my main monitor so I can see that much better than what I currently am. But again, that stuff takes time, it takes money, and unfortunately neither of which I have to invest at the moment. Come on, I want this dots photo. This ghost has showed up every stinking time that every time I get the camera out of my hand, it shows up in the dots. Yeah, I got a 34-inch ultra wide that is my main gaming monitor. And then I have a 27-inch MSI monitor that I'm using for chat and stream and stuff like that. So, but I'm noticing a big difference in stream now that I upgraded my graphics card. I got that the RTX 4070, and I mean, I know it's not the best, you know, the best card in the world, and that's fine. Just looking for the bone real quick, see if it's in here. But I needed something a little bit more powerful than my 3060. 3060 was a good card. She treated me well, but it wasn't able to handle the live streams all that well. Look at that. It's almost like I'm psychic. Alright, I need a ghost photo. Give me a ghost photo. Come on, give me dots. Alright, I got one photo left for you. Come on. Give me dots. Come on, you're doing it all the time earlier. Come on. Was there any challenges or anything you guys want to see? Anything you want me to do that I haven't done already? I'm always up for suggestions. Any other games you might want me to play? I have Metaphysical, which I've been debating whether or not to play. I played through the tutorial with Little Pooper, but that's about as far as I got. So if you want to watch me fumble around and learn that game, I'm more than happy to start doing some Metaphysical videos. We just pre-ordered Five Nights at Freddy's. Help Wanted 2 for the Oculus. So hopefully this spring I'll be able to play that on the Oculus. Ooh, getting the Apocalypse trophies. That's kind of what I've been training myself up to with the no evidence runs. I kind of wanted to wait till I get to tier 3 equipment, and once I get there, then I think I'll attempt it. Although I will say, it seems that this time around, especially with like the tier 1 stuff, was not nearly as horrible as it was the first time around. I have forgotten how much of this game that I forgot. Yeah, I can do the bronze now. The level that I'm playing at will give me the bronze trophy. I don't know. We'll see. I have, like I said, I have a another video recorded that I did yesterday, and I think it's pretty good. I had a lot of fun recording it. The ghost was very active. Come on, will you give me dots? I need a photo of you. You got all 3, so you've beaten Phasmo. So, like, what do you got to do for the gold trophy? Is it like Ghost at 150% speed, you at 50%, no sprint, that type of stuff? Like, I don't know what the settings are. And I guess I can play with the settings until I find something that works. Well, I have been doing no cursed item. I even changed it here recently so that my starting sanity is at 75% instead of 100. So I'm up to like a little over 8%, or 8 top, blah, 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 blah. Up to a little bit over 8 times multiplier. which has been a lot of fun to play. I mean, it really has. Yeah, I know. It needs to be done on the full-scale Sunny Meadows, which is a great map. In fact, I really want to go back and take a look at it. Now with the lighting update. Let's see. Let's get a hunt from this thing. I'm going to have to take a picture of her. I think the only way we're going to be able to do that is playing with the music box. So let's grab 2 smudges and a lighter. Oh, the terrible cards. I have an absolute love-hate relationship with those, and you guys know it. If we're gonna pull a hangman card, if it's in the deck, I'm the one that's gonna get it. That's just the way it is. Shit. Okay. I meant to... Seriously? A 1-star music box. Uh-oh. She's in the room. Everybody be quiet. Although I tell you what, there's a couple of times... Now when I get the tarot cards, I just use them right away. Like, it's... I don't know. It's just better. Because I figure if I'm going to pull a hangman, I'm going to pull a hangman. Can't really change that. That's just kind of the way it is. Alright, well, we're not going to be able to get a ghost photo because it's not giving us dots. That's alright. So you're playing along? Alright. Alright, well, we know it's a Yuri.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
Oh, we're going to level up. Look at that. Level 40. Woohoo! Wow. After playing on those custom difficulties, this professional stuff is like, wow. So little. Alrighty. Well, one thing I forgot to do, I forgot to upgrade my sanity medication. Oh, and a little PSA. A little PSA about the upgrading your equipment. If you upgrade your equipment, get out of the screen, and then instead of going through and hitting, you know, exit game, and you just hit Alt F4, it doesn't save your upgrades. So, like, a lot of the times when I'm like, wait a second, I know I upgraded that. I did. I actually did it multiple times. But it irritates me on this game so much that you have to go through and be like, leave, open it back up, leave. Then I'm like, forget it. I'm just hitting Alt F4. You know, just take me back to home. That's all I want. I want an option to take me back to Windows. It wasn't saving in the store that I actually upgraded the equipment. Yeah, it's definitely something I want to do, is get the Apocalypse trophies. I'm so happy that I got these two. The Halloween event and Christmas event. The Christmas event was fun. It really was. Hopefully you guys had a chance to play it and get your trophy. I know Little Pooper was very happy when he got his trophy. And I you know, having the full skeleton, all of the cursed items, I have a complete deck for the tarot cards. In fact, the Hangman was the last card that I needed. It's just annoying. It really is. Just having to leave twice. The Christmas event was very time consuming. And like some of the maps, I don't think it made a lot of sense. Like Grafton having like 54 or 56 snowmen on it was like, what the heck, while Bleasdale had like half the amount. You would think the bigger maps. Now, thankfully, they didn't put them in like, Brownstone or Sunny Meadows. Or I don't think they had them in prison either. So they left the big maps out of it. But yeah, Bleasdale, they had snowmen, Camp Woodwind, and all of the small maps. So that wasn't too bad. Alrighty, well, I think I'm going to call this here tonight. I had a lot of fun, but I need to... Oops, that's not right. There we go. That's our exit music right there. So, hey, thanks for watching, everybody. Really appreciate it. I'm glad you're loving the D&D stream. I know me and Mr. Faust are having a ton of fun with it. We very much look forward to it every Tuesday. It is something we talk about throughout the week. You know, what are we going to talk about? What are we going to do? And we kind of came up with the decision to go over the different classes. You know, each week we're going to pick a class and go over some of the more subclasses that we like, some benefits to it, things of that nature. But hey, if you like the stream, go ahead and give it a like, comment, subscribe. As you know, we're trying to grow this channel and I need your help to do it. So if you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do so. And if you have, and I know a lot of guys in chat right now already have, and I thank you so much for it. You guys are absolutely awesome. In fact, a lot of you have been with me since like the beginning, before I was even like 100 subscribers. But I need your help. I need you to tell your neighbors, tell your friends, and shout it from the rooftops. Like, comment, and subscribe to Blast338. Have a great time, and we'll see you at the next stream. Peace.